Welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be showing you how to create a brush in Procreate. So let's pick a canvas, and we are going to go to whichever brush set you want and press the plus button. So here we enter our brush studio. So here you can see that the brush we have right now is not very unique. So here you can change the spacing. So if you want a stamp brush, you can put the spacing at max. Jitter just controls how jittery it is. Fall off is the fading at the end of the brush. I'm gonna put that to 5%. Streamline is when you're drawing, it's really it controls your brush, and so does stabilization, so that your brush doesn't look like it's too much of a straight line. Motion filtering does that as well. So I'm gonna put that to very little. And then in shape, we have this is where our foundation is. So we're going to shape source, press source library and import, and there's so many different types of shape sources that you can use here. So for now, for the brush we're going to create, we're going to use ink mist. You can invert it, but that won't really look great. It'll just look like a square. So we're going to go back and invert it with a tap of 2 fingers. And now it looks a little nicer. But it still isn't perfect yet. Well, nothing's perfect, but so this is scatter, so it tilts it. We're gonna put that to 50%. Rotation also tilts it. Count jitter, same thing. There's more settings here, but that's not important for the brush we're using. So this is green source. Press edit and import, and then source library again. And there are also a lot of things here. So as you can see, shape source and grain source are 2 different things. Shape source is just a shape, and grain source is the texture you want. So let's search wet, and for example, if you wanted this brush, this could be more of a really charcoaly brush. It looks really cool, but I'm gonna change it. So we're gonna go to source library. So we are going to pick, where is it? Where'd it go? Oh, there. We're gonna pick crunchy paper. You can also search it in search library. Press done. And that's a nice brush. I really like that. So scale, zoom, movement, all different settings you can mess with to create a brush you like. We're going to put scale to 25%. The rendering mode just controls what the brush will look like. So right now we have intense glaze, but we're going to move it to heavy glaze. Blending is just kind of it makes it more lighter opacity. So we're gonna put flow at 95. Wet edges, also more opacity. 2% in wet mix. It's more for a brush that you would want a watercolor brush. So if you want a watercolory brush, you would change the dilution, and that would affect all these other settings here. Stamp color jitter, if you put up all the hue and saturation and then turn up the lightness, it's kind of like a crazy unicorn just exploded. Stroke color kind of does the same thing, but it's almost even cooler. So put hue and saturation and lightness up, and it looks like every single brush stroke turns into different color automatically. So let's say you want to do a background that's really colorful, You don't have to keep switching colors. You can just use this. There's Apple Pencil, but this is like more settings. And now we can create a title for it. So I put charcoal for our brush name. And you can write your name here. And then you can sign right there. So let's try out our new brush. So you can select it. Wow, that looks really nice. You could just play around with this brush and see which size you like best and check it out. So it's also a really good smudging brush. It would be really cool for like if you wanted to make like a kind of a charcoal art, make it look like a real life charcoal art. So I hope this video was helpful, and I'll see you in the next one.